Hello, beautiful viewers, down south throughout the cosmos. Prepare to indulge in experiencing sheer bliss, because today another riveting, captivating, stellar unboxing video is about to be brought to fruition. What item will I be unboxing? What item will I be opening? Without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to elicit the packaging. What item is encompassed inside this hefty, tangible, nifty, bulky box? Let's find out. I'm going to demystify the answer to that inquiry right here, right now. So bear with me. It will only take me billions of picoseconds to extract the item from the box and subsequently flaunt it in front of the camera for you to feast your glorious eyes on. Let's allow the unboxing process to commence. This is going to be uncanny. This is going to be brutal. This is going to be reckless. This is going to be savage. I'm just exaggerating to embellish this video. This is actually going to be quite pathetic and pitiful. Why? Because I'm just going to gingerly unbox this item. I will do it in an unorthodox manner in order to appease my viewers. Let me puncture a hole through the box. Let me render an aperture in the box. Here we go. Does this appeal to you? Unnecessary carnage. No, perhaps this is not carnage. I wouldn't go that far, but it is deemed unnecessary. Is the box going to be ripped to smithereens? It's unnecessary. I've already ravaged the box enough. I could have just extracted the item without ravaging the box, but I decided against it in order to appease my fan base. Here's a piece of cardboard. Let's sever it. Let's decimate it. Let's tear it apart. Alright, here's the item. Well, it's engulfed in paper. Let's render it transparent. Oh wow. All that packaging just for one particular figurine. This is the Ocean Master figurine. He is a part of the DC Universe. Is he derived from the DC Direct action figure line or the DC Universe Classics action figure line? I do not know. That is an enigma. I do, however, know that he is a DC Universe character. So, off the get-go, as you can unequivocally see, his fingers on his left hand are clenched together. He can pummel his adversaries to death. Is he heroic? Is he stoic? Is he notorious? Is he sadistic? Is he malicious? Is he menacing? Is he feeble? I do not know. Is this a trident? Who knows? Do I know anything? Well, everything is cognizant, so I can never verify anything. I'm confined to judging the world based on my perceptions. That's how based on my senses. That's how I discern everything. I cannot escape the parameters of my consciousness. So even if I think this is a figurine, it may not be a figurine. Now, why may it not be a figurine? Even if there's a consensus that this item is a figurine, because this item is comprised of a myriad of particles, and particles are fluctuations of energy vibrating at extremely slow frequencies. So in other words, this item is just a consolidated form of matter waiting to be liberated, as preordained to be disintegrated. So at the moment, while he appears to be an action figure, he's preordained to succumb to the ramifications of really just being comprised of particles. So even if I appear to be tangible as well, I may truly not be tangible as a result of being comprised of energy. And once my energy is liberated, then perhaps I transcend into another form. Once the particles that comprise him are liberated from this form, perhaps they transcend to another form, are degraded to another form, so who knows whether they'll regress or transcend. The future is an enigma, but at the moment I guess this appears to be action figure, and you likely would concur with me, but I'm done trifling you. I'm done harping on trivial nonsense. I'm done dwelling on asinine topics. So let's see if we can equip his armament without ravaging his fingers. Let's see if we can slide it in there. You know what, I really don't want to bend his fingers, but unfortunately I have no choice. This is a calamitous moment for this figurine. Is he inanimate? Is he a hunk of plastic? Who knows? As I stated earlier, I'm confined to the scope of my consciousness. I cannot escape the parameters of my consciousness, so he may have a conscience too. I mean, you never truly know. Everything is an enigma, right? Unless you can verify for yourself, but you can't verify for yourself because of the finite restrictions associated with only being able to discern the universe utilizing your five senses. Actually, I believe that we live in a multiverse, so let me just rectify the previous statement. I revoke the previous statement. Nonetheless, I digress. Let's just get back to scrutinizing this figurine. So, as a gecko, he seems to be in nearly mid-everesting condition. He seems to have a diaphragm joint. He lacks finger joints. He lacks an ankle pivot. He can swivel his wrists. What else? Can he swivel his waist? He can swivel his waist a bit. His head seems to be relegated to a ball peg joint. It doesn't seem to be in a disc joint. However, I do not have x-ray vision, so I cannot verify that. I really don't want to tamper with his head too much. I do not want the integrity of his head to be compromised, so I do not want to place this figurine in great peril. Therefore, I'll abstain from articulating this figurine too much. His knee joints are relatively sturdy. You have the autonomy to ascend or descend his arms at your discretion. I love his muscle tones. I love his biceps. They truly accentuate his physical prowess. I love his symbol. I love his shadings, textures, hues, aesthetics. I pretty much love everything about him. I love the spikes that are protruding out of his head or helmet. It's just quite a unique design. It really appeals to me. It's really visually appealing. I love his cape. His cape is obviously a hunk of plastic if you couldn't discern that for yourself or come to that conclusion. What are the implications associated with buying this figurine? Well, I've depleted some of my finite monetary assets, so I'm more destitute. I have less wealth, and I've compromised my ability to gain subsistence by procuring this figurine, but I'm gratified with the way this figurine was sculpted and produced. He has merit. He warranted a discounted price of under $10. I love this figurine. I relish my action figures. He'll be flaunted on the shelf. Hopefully I can retain him for the remainder of my lifetime in this form. What else do I think about this figurine? His belt buckle is not adjustable. It really doesn't matter. I wouldn't want to remove it anyway, nor is his cape. I would have preferred if he had finger joint articulation. I would have preferred if he had an ankle pivot. I would have preferred if he was a bit bulkier, but nonetheless, I'm still content with this purchase and decision. I have no major gripes about it. I have no major qualms about my decision to obtain this figurine. What else? His trident or armament or weapon or accessory is relatively sturdy. It's not too flimsy. This figure is not shoddy in any facet. I love this figurine. I will revel in gazing at his glorious appearance as long as I can retain him. But I hope that you found this video to be captivating despite this figurine's flaws. What are his flaws? Once again, let's review. He lacks figure joint articulation. He lacks an ankle pivot. He does not have as many points of articulation as a Toy Biz Marvel Legends action figures. His articulation in his diaphragm joint is finite, is limited. His forearms cannot be rotated, so he's not a paradigm of perfection by any means, but he's certainly not an abysmal figurine. You can discern that for yourself. Just procure him if you don't believe me, or desist from buying him, and gaze into his glorious appearance. You can see he has plethora of points of articulation. His seam lines don't really bother me. They're not too conspicuous. They blend in eminently with his costume. They don't really bother me too much, to a great extent, but they may infuriate you. They may invoke your rage. So, who knows? Love his beady little black eyes that have a red outline. Those eyelids appear to be red. His eye color appears to be black, or possibly hazel. My vision is just atrophying, is diminishing, so I cannot fully discern his eye color at the moment, but they seem to be outlined by red eyelids, so he's squinting kind of like this. I don't want to do it. I do not want to emulate his appearance at the moment. Maybe one day, if I could afford to procure his costume via eBay or Amazon if it's sold. I doubt it is. This character is an obscure character. I believe he's the Ocean Master. He may be Aquaman's rival, who knows, but he will be flaunted on the shelf. He coincides eminently with the 6-inch or 7-inch action figure collection. He's roughly 7 inches tall. I would presume that he's taller than the average Toy Biz Marvel Legends figurine. I hope that you found this video to be enthralling and captivating and insightful, as well as informative. I hope that you were entertained. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.